Epica comes in with a question about a graphics card and game longevity.
He does. He has an RX 5700 XT and he plays games like Skyrim, Guild Wars 2, Madden, and he wants to know how long that card will be good for games like that.
Well, that's a good question. And the answer, as usual, is it depends. And here's why. First of all, Epica did not give us a resolution.
He did not.
And he didn't provide his CPU. So anytime you're asking questions about how long will XYZ graphics card last, how long can I play games,
how many monitors?
How many monitors do you have? What resolution are they? What refresh rate are they? What's your CPU? What do you do anything else with your computer? Do you multitask? Do you do any content creation or other software work, or is it just strictly games? Now, he did provide some games, and Skyrim, even with mods installed, and Guild Wars 2, which is an older game. I've actually done benchmarks and videos on Guild Wars 2. And Madden is easy peasy to run. They make games like Madden and FIFA so that basically potato computers will run them because they want to sell millions and millions of copies of those games. I would say that at either 1080p or 1440p, he has years and years ahead of him. 3 years? 5 years possibly? I mean, if he keeps playing the same games, and this applies to anything you play. If you're watching this right now and you've got an RX 5700 XT, and whatever games it is that you play today, maybe it's City Skylines, maybe it's XCOM 2, maybe it's World of Warships, maybe it's Star Wars The Old Republic, maybe it's older games. If it plays them today, it should still play those same games until the end of time. There will be a few minor exceptions with some online games that get game engine updates. World of Warcraft has gotten some game engine updates.
It has.
World of Tanks recently got a game engine update. Ray tracing.
Yep.
Not that that matters on a 5700 XT because it doesn't have ray tracing, of course.
Exactly.
But if you don't change your game choice, your card will mostly last forever. You know, a card from, say 2019 will play 2019 games, whether it's 2019, 2029, or 2039. It doesn't care what era the games are in.
Correct.
Now, Guild Wars 2 is an online game. It will get updated. It will eventually get shut down. But Skyrim's an offline single-player game.
The mods will be the thing there, won't it?
Yeah, but unless you are truly crazy, I mean, if you've got 400 mods installed, I would hope you know better and won't even ask the question, because if you just install 20 mods, it won't matter. But we have members who actually bought RTX 3090s with 24 gigs of VRAM, and they're using 20 plus gigs of VRAM because they've got the crazy mods installed. But they know that. They if you're that deep into it to where you have half a terabyte of just mods, yeah, I know, then you should know that. So in that case, but see, this advice applies to any graphics card you have. If you've got an RTX 3080 and your question is how long will that play games? What games are you playing? Do you want to play future games, and what resolution? At 1440p, I think a 3080 will last for a while. At 4K, it won't, because 10 gigs of VRAM is not enough. But I think it's a good 1440p card for the next 3 years. A 5700 XT for future games is a good 1080p card for the next 2 years. Why 2? Because it came out in 2019.
Correct.
It doesn't matter when you bought the card, it matters when the card came out. Which is why you should buy cards at the beginning of their life cycle. Did the 5700 XTs ever really get discounted much?
No.
$50 maybe. Was it worth waiting a year and a half in the card's life for a $50 discount on a $400 card?
No.
You should have bought that thing back in July of 2019 and been done with it. Same thing with the 3080s. I've seen a number of people say, well, they'll wait till they get cheaper. What, until they're almost about to be replaced by 40 series? Buy it now or don't bother. That's my opinion. Do you have anything to add to all that?
Nope.
I should do a lesser job of covering it and give you something to say. I will say a 5700 XT is a nice card. 8 gigs of RAM, good performance. The drivers are now pretty solid. That'll give you years, especially games like that. He's good for a number of years.